The zone tonight. So once again, all this fake outrage on, people being sent up out of here, out this country who came here illegally. So as I touched on the other joint, what I mean, I gotta run down the list. What I mean, these are just a few countries and what they expect to get in. The first one on the list, Canada, express entry, PNP, whatever that is. But the key requirements: age, education, language, work, job offer helps, CRS, whatever all of that is. I'm sure those are some kind of administrative legal requirements at minimum. Australia, skilled, independent, points based. So it looked like they looking for people with specialized skill sets work wise to contribute to their workforce just to get in over there. New Zealand, skilled migrant category, point system, job offer, medical, police checks, um, PR, 2 to 3 years. So possible residency, I guess, in 2 to 3 years. That ain't bad. Germany, you need that blue card slash job seeker visa. You got to have a degree plus job offer, make at least 45 to 58 euro, and have a job seeker permit for 6 to 9 months. They don't want people to just be flooding up in a spot. They want you to come with everything in order, and most importantly, be ready to contribute to that society you about to go to. Because if you had enough respect for the place that you're trying to go to, you would do these things and follow the little rules and regulations of where they at. UK, skilled worker, graduate route, points based, job offer plus sponsorship, salary at least 26.2K, grad route 2 to 3 years. So you seeing the trend here. They got some kind of either work requirement, education requirement, something, and then you still gotta have some kind of paperwork you gotta fill out. You know what I mean? You can't just mosey on in and think shit is sweet. They gonna run you back up out of there. Ireland, same thing. Critical skills, yada yada. You gotta be making a certain amount of dough, and you gotta have the job offer already waiting for you. You can't be like, oh, I'm about to get a job. No, you gotta have that job offer already in hand, paying between 32 and 60 pound or euro. I'm thinking it's euro. Family rights, possible residency in 2 years. You gotta pay your dues. Your family can't even come. We gotta make sure you straight. They not playing. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. Sweeten. Proof of funds. You gotta have a degree and job offer. Netherlands, job offer, monthly salary. They not playing, man. I don't get, for the viewer that have his thinking cap on, all of this already makes sense to you. But for the people that want to watch just to complain so they can say some dumb shit in the comments, clearly you ain't got your thinking cap on. Clearly you might have just been here your whole life taking everything for granted. Because if you went from one place to another, you or your parents had to go through a proper process to make sure that y'all was there, and then wherever there was, you got there and stayed there hassle free. Because don't think they ain't gonna check. Or when them neighbors snitch and drop down on your ass. But you know, running down the line, boom, boom, boom. This is all Europe, Spain, entrepreneur. Like you can't even be a worker, bro. Says you gotta have the golden visa, business plan, health insurance, fast permit. If you're chatter together and you can employ people here in our country, yeah, they up the stake. You can't even have a job. You got to be a business. You got to be ready to employ people. Same thing, Portugal. Digital nomad, golden visa. Mm-mm-mm. Malta, golden visa, investment. You got to buy a property for at least 350 euro or make a donation. You know, really, it's the extortion, run that bag. But you know the rules and regulations out here, man. This ain't no fairy tale shit, nigga. This ain't 1800s, 1705, where you could just pop up somewhere and just be there. Nah, these motherfuckers want dough. They want dough for you to even come in, come visit, come live, stay forever. You gotta pay one way or another. You know what I mean? I wish it was like that, but it ain't. You gotta pay in 2025. Latvia. That sounds like where Dr. Doom from and shit. You gotta have 50,000 in business plus 10K fee, investor residence. Yeah, boy, Luxembourg, investment residence. They ain't playing no games, man. And then let's talk about South America. You know what I mean? Oh, no. A lot of these people from Central and South America trying to run up in here that's complaining that they being kicked out because they here illegally. Let's see what South American countries got to say. Panama, you still gotta have a visa. Friendly nation / investment visa. You gotta have a job, business, or 200,000 to put in that country's hand, and you could possibly be a resident in 2 years. Uruguay, direct residency. Income at least 1K a month, 1 to 2 years to possible residency. All right, see, Uruguay, they trying to make it easy for niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know, just run that bread, and you know you here. You know, you just gotta pay your dues for about 2 years. Brazil, retirement or investment visa. I ain't even gonna try to figure out what that R is for, but you need at least 6K of that a month income or a $500,000 investment. Come on, man. You think how are we looking compared to other countries just letting shit, cats just slide up in here like it's sweet, and every other country got some kind of strict requirement to get in. A lot of them want you to run that bag. You better have robbed 8 banks. So when you get to that border, I got the diamonds, I got the 500,000. I'll open up 1,000 restaurants, just let me in. Okay, you cool, you straight. And there ain't no extradition, you good. You ain't coming empty handed. That's the goddamn moral of this story. And that's all y'all need to understand. Critical skills, obviously they press for people with certain job, skill sets in South Africa. But, whatever, the United Arab Emirates, Golden Visa, remote work, investments, and 1 to 2 year remote work visa. Everybody wants something. You ain't getting into none of these other shit spots for free. All right, nigga, I'm gone, man.